Welcome back to Alien Agenda. In this episode, we explore mysterious stone structures worldwide that challenge our understanding of ancient engineering. Along the way, we uncover amber beneath Antarctic ice, evidence of a lush, prehistoric past. Could advanced societies have thrived on Earth long before recorded history? These ancient wonders may hold the key to secrets our modern technology still can't explain. Here's Colonel Gene.
Hi, folks. It's Colonel Gene again. As our trip continues along the path to answer the question, are they out there? Today, we are going to look at some of the recent archaeological research and what they are discovering with the help of 21st century technology. We are going to take a look at research that is taking place in Egypt under the Great Pyramid at Giza, venture into ancient Samaria, which today is in Lebanon, and the Anunnaki legends. We're going to look at Gobekli Tepe in Turkey, and then we're going to shift to two locations in Bolivia and Peru. Our first stop is in Giza and the discovery of massive underground tunnels and chambers under the Great Pyramid. The tunnels were discovered in 1933 by Egyptologist Dr. Hansen, but the Egyptian government would not allow exploration until just recently. The discovery of the giant sarcophagus is located in these chambers under the pyramid must have been placed there prior to building the pyramids. They are massive, and there is no way to have been able to get these sarcophaguses, which are basically burial chambers or coffins, under the Great Pyramid before it was built. It is believed that these tunnels and chambers may actually be much older than the pyramid at Giza itself. In these tunnels, they found water, and when they analyzed the water, they found that it was salt water. They traced the source of the salt water to Lake Moeris, 60 miles from Giza, the site of the Sacsahuaman pyramid. Ancient Greek legend spoke of 12 large chambers, and by the use of space-based technology and ground-penetrating radar, we have located a mind-boggling multi-level complex of chambers and a system connecting it with the pyramid at Giza. Some scientists now theorize that all the pyramids were some sort of electrical generating system and used the salt water in this process. All this begs the question, how? Thousands and thousands of years ago, could our ancestors have had the knowledge and the equipment to build and engineer such structures? Next, we venture into Baalbek Temple, located in modern Lebanon. This temple was constructed using the largest cut stones ever located on Earth. 8 of these large stones, weighing each over 800 tons, that's 2 million pounds, each, were created to form a foundation. The huge columns of the temple look as if they were turned on a gigantic lathe. Problem is, there is no record or evidence of any such device. The stones are cut with such precision that it would be hard for us to duplicate that precision today, and nothing we have could move a 2 million pound stone. It is believed that the foundations at Baalbek were created even before the structures and at least 7,000 years before the Romans built temples on that site. The question then is, who built the Baalbek structures? Sumerians believe that it was built by Anunnaki as a landing site for their spaceships hundreds of thousands of years earlier, a spaceport as such. Again, we have the unanswered questions. How could humans, thousands and thousands of years ago, engineer, construct, and move stones of that magnitude? There's one stone at Baalbek that they have on Earth that has been hewn and cut with perfect right angles that weighs 3 million pounds. Now we'll look at most recent information that our 21st century has discovered beneath Gobekli Tepe in Turkey. This is the site, as you recall. It's approximately 12,000 years old. But what are ground-penetrating radar has detected is that there's another gigantic set of structures underneath Gobekli Tepe, and it is believed that it is even older than that 12,000-year-old structure indicates. This means that a civilization, even before the one that constructed this set of columns and buildings, existed. This discovery, like huge structures that are being found under the ocean, makes some scientists believe that it is possible there were civilizations on planet Earth far earlier than our current history would indicate. They believe that there may have been actual civilizations far in advance of where we are today, and that some of those civilizations actually had their origin in other planets in our universe. The recent discovery of amber, which comes from the sap of trees under the ice in Antarctica, clearly prove that at one time it was a lush green vegetation environment, and lends credibility to the theory that Antarctica at one time was close to the equator. The theory believes that the shifting tectonic plates of Earth relocated Antarctica to the South Pole. Some scientists believe that a huge meteor struck the Earth many, many thousands of years ago, caused the plates to begin to move, and destroyed by fire and flood all civilizations that existed on Earth prior to this event. Now let's take a look at South America and see some of the amazing structures that exist in that part of our world. One is Puma Punka and is near La Paz, Bolivia. It is the site of a building and structures that scientists believe were made in about 200 BC. The construction uses a series of H-shaped stones, all of which are identical, but there are thousands of them. They are cut with absolute precision from granite, one of the hardest stones that exists, and it would be nearly impossible, even for our technology today, to cut that volume of stones with the precision that these H-shaped stones were cut at Puma Punka. The stones were examined, and they tried to see whether or not they could duplicate the process of the stone cutting using things like a laser or diamond saws. When they took a look at the cuts under the microscope, they found that the original stones that were cut thousands and thousands of years ago were not cut using the same method as either a diamond saw or a laser beam. To this day, scientists have no idea what technique was used to create these thousands and thousands of H-shaped stones, all of which are identical. Some of the edges on these stones are so sharp that you could cut your finger on them. And it is clear that none of these stones were produced with handheld chisel, as many of our historians believe were used during this period by our ancestors. In addition, this structure was built at a height of 12,800 feet above sea level. And there is no question that whatever technology and equipment was used is nothing like was available to our ancestors, the Incas, who lived in that region of the world. Just as astounding is another structure called Sacsahuaman archaeological site near Cusco, Peru. It is a stone structure of huge stones, but these stones look like they were actually molded into a jigsaw pattern. There is no other structure like this one anywhere in the world. Instead of having the stones cut with sharp edges, these stones look like they were melted first and then molded into shape that was needed to construct a wall that looks a little like a jigsaw puzzle. The seams between these molded rocks are so perfect, you cannot slip a dollar bill in the seams of this wall. There is no known technology today that could recreate this type of construction or the stones that are seen at this site. To me, these structures make it almost certain that our forebears had help with the technology and equipment needed to make these structures. We're not talking about seeing something that flits away. We're talking about hard evidence that is being examined using the most sophisticated equipment that we have in the 21st century. Even with that, we are at odds to learn how some of these things were created. And certainly, from what we know about the tools, knowledge, and ability of our ancestors 2, 3, 4, 5,000 years ago, nothing like this could have been created without the help of some much more intelligent beings. I hope you have enjoyed looking at some of the exciting work that is being done today to uncover our past in an effort to try and answer the question, are they out there? It certainly appears that the evidence mounts every day that we, in fact, have never been alone and are not alone today in our universe. Until next time, this is Colonel Gene saying keep looking, and we hope to bring you more evidence of what may be watching us as you listen to this broadcast. Goodbye.
In our world without Hitler, Sam Weiss and his friends journey through time to prevent Hitler's rise, reshaping history in unimaginable ways. From 1919 Germany to a drastically altered 2018, their thrilling adventures explore identity, sacrifice, and the ripple effects of rewriting the path. A gripping historical time travel masterpiece. Grab your copy from Amazon Books or visit GenePAbelBooks.com today.